Good morning, all. Thanks for joining. So, the continuation series of Windows Server Administration. The today concept is DHCP. The today concept is DHCP. So, guys, anybody can tell me what is meaning of DHCP in general life? So, where you are using? What is the usage of DHCP server? Any idea? No idea, right? Okay, DHCP full form dynamically host configuration protocol. Dynamically host configuration protocol. So in this abbreviation, you need to understand what is meaning of host. Okay. Host means a computer. Host means a computer. So configuration means assignment. Protocol means address. So dynamically, automatically it will assign. So the DHCP server assigning IP address to the client machines automatically. So if you want to understand, let's give me a small scenario. You are in office. You are in office. In that office, you have a dedicated laptop or systems are provided by the company. Yeah. So let's consider this is a systems. Wherever you're sitting, sorry, hello, somebody is talking to me.
No,
Hari, any question?
no, Rajesh.
No? Okay కదండి, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ ఓకే కదా? ఎవరైనా రెస్పాండ్ చేయండి
Yes,
ప్లీజ్.
yes, yes, yes.
యా, నో క్వశ్చన్స్ కదా? నేను కంటిన్యూ
Yeah,
చేయొచ్చు
yes,
కదా టాపిక్ ని?
yes,
రైట్, ఓకే,
yes,
ఫైన్.
yes.
ప్లీజ్ గో ఆన్ మ్యూట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. సో everybody they are using the system. By using the system, they start working on the project works. Okay. Whatever their work based on their roles. So suppose the person wants to share a data to other person. Okay. Or maybe accessing any shared data from other system. Definitely this system needs to be connected with the network. Needs to be connected with the network. Let's assume this complete okay, the blue line we can indicate like it's internet. Maybe it's a network connection. So for each and every system, we need to connect it to the network. So in this network, the system will get the IP address automatically. Based on that, system will get identified. Then the system able to communicate to other system in the network. So the question is, who will provide the IP address to the system? That is a very important question here. The answer is there is a separate a server name called DHCP. Okay, the separator server name called DHCP. The DHCP server is installed on separate computer. So this DHCP server, which is communicating to the network, okay, and from this system, IPs will be assigned. Soumya, can you please go on mute?
जो हमारी बात हुई थी ना कि वो HDMI केबल उसका बिल मैं क्लेम कर देता हूँ
So guys, please, before you join the class late or maybe directly, you can check whether you're on mute or unmute. Thank you. So the DHCP server, which is connected to the network. So this DHCP server will offering an IP address to the clients. That's the main concept we are going to learn today. So what it is maintaining the DHCPs means DHCP is maintaining a scope. The DHCP is maintaining a scope. DHCP is maintaining a scope. The scope means range of IP address. The scope means range of IP address they'll maintain. Scope means range of IP address they're maintaining the DHCP server. So the area we called as scope. Suppose we are decided my network is so specific range I need to maintain. Suppose if you go to Google, here we can set like this, uh, private IP address range. If you hit enter, you will get this information. So 10.0.0.255, sorry, 10.0.02, 10.255.255 is one range. 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255, 192.168.0.0 192.168.255.255. These are the ranges are available. So based on the range, some amount of IP address range will be assigning in the DHCP scope block. So within the scope block, the IP address will assign to the client. So here the main concept is, so first, if any system which is connected to the network, it's look for the DHCP server. It's by default nature. Your system in your home, maybe a system in government office or private office or maybe IT, anywhere, if the system is plugged into the network. Hey, what is meaning of plugged into the network? I'll tell you. So, example, system cubicle in networking. Suppose if you're seeing here, this type of environment you're working here, right? Nowadays, huh? These are the type of environment you are maintaining. Suppose you can look here. This particular image, there's a system was showing this. The backend, the below, there's a LAN port is available. With that LAN port, we are connecting. Okay. So community table RJ45 email port. Guys, this type of ports anybody have seen in your office? This type of port?
Yeah, yes, Rajesh.
Right? So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a female port. So this is a male port. This is a male plugin, the adapter, and this is the female port. So actually, this is a very costly one. So nearly minimum D-Link or maybe other brands. Okay, it starts with a nearly 400 or 500. It will start. So mostly have seen this type of plugins. Am I right? This type of plugins you have seen in your office. Inside this box, this type of small device they will be inserting, and this device will be connecting with the twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cable, they will be get connected. Twisted pair cable. So if you don't know how to crimp the twisted pair cable, I'll show you. RJ45 female port connect with the Cat6 cable. See guys, this type of devices, okay? This type of device. You can see this. There is a small video is there. Yeah, I think this video will helpful to you. So it's a leg grant. Nearly this device cost is nearly 400 rupees. So this type of device will be there. Just you have to remove this, the back and the white cap. First, we need to remove the white cap, and based on the color codings, based on the color coding left and right side, your internet cable, they will be splitting and they'll be inserting into the exact place, and they'll put the white cap and just tight it. That's it. So you're able to get connected. So mostly you have never seen this kind of crimpings in your home. That will be taken care by your electrician or maybe someone. Okay. See how simply he's doing it. This is the total 4 cables, 4 pairs, total 8 cables are there. White, orange, white, blue, green, brown, white, brown. So total 4 colors are there. See, very simple. You don't want to put any joints and all. Just you have to place that wire into the exact the place. There's some kind of slots they'll be providing. In that slot, we need to just insert the cable. So there's a small blade is there with a copper, I think, stainless steel blade, I think. Okay. So that blade, it will cut the sleeve of your wire after you are inserting the top of the panel. Then it start communicating the internal, what are the cables are there which will get communicated. Yes, exactly. You can place it. Exactly. You just press it and you have to twist the top cap, the white cap, you need to twist it. Then it will lock tightly. That's it. So this is a way we are crimping this cable. So this is called LAN port. Understand? This is a LAN port. Mostly in private organization, any companies. So if you're seeing this kind of port is your network port. The network port. These network ports are managed by your network administrator. So, okay, every place this network port is configured. So there is a cable was connected, but other end, okay, one end we have connected the backside of the female RJ45 port. What is another end cable? Another end? Any idea? What is the another end? No idea? You say no. No problem. That's not a rocket science. One end, the cable was connected. That's perfectly okay. I'm sure. Okay. So this is the front panel. So this front panel is here. Suppose This is a front panel. And in this front panel, there is a female adapter is there. This is a female adapter. This female adapter, what we did, we connected with the RJ45 cable. Sorry, RJ45 pin female port was inserted into this box. This is. And this cable was connected with the Cat6 cable. Okay. So Cat6 cable, suppose you can consider maybe this is a Cat6 cable we have connected. Okay. Right. This is Cat6 cable. Okay. One end we are connected to this port. What is another end? My question. What is another end? తెలియకపోతే తెలియదని చెప్పండి. So basically
Another end
what
we
we
can
are
connect
doing.
to our desktop or laptop.
No. We are using this type of switch they'll maintain. All the cables from the where you are sitting, those cables will be taking and finally they will getting connected to this type of switch. This is actually switch. Okay. So this switch is setting up in the every floor, wherever you're sitting, the switch is maintained. Every floor, the switch is maintained. Understand?
Yes.
So this switch is managed by who? Network engineering.
Team operating team.
No, network engineering team. Okay,
Yeah.
network engineering team, they will take care of it. So now you understand that how the network is configured. This network is configuring at the time of internal interior, how they are doing the company, the same time they will be configuring. So nowadays you people are constructing your house and you'll be configuring your in the TV box area, you have taking your internet cables. Huh? Yes or no? Nowadays, everything you're doing in the initial stage only. Same way, the companies are doing initial stage only. They will be giving the pipelines. In the pipelines, these cables are inserting. So, fine. This switch is a junction box which will communicate all the systems in the particular office, in the particular floor. So how all these systems getting an IP address? So all the systems are getting IP address from this DHCP server. Okay. This DHCP service providing an IP address. Okay. In your house, mostly you're using 2 to 3 devices like mobiles, laptops, desktop, TV. Huh? These all are devices you are using. But in your home, anytime have you entered IP address to the system? Anytime have you assigned IP address to your TV? Anytime you have assigned a IP address to your mobile? Anytime you did that? No. అవును కదా, మీరు ఎప్పుడు కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయలే. యు నెవర్ కాన్ఫిగర్డ్ IP address to the system in your home. But who did that? Who assigned IP address to your devices in your home?
Internet provider.
The router also dynamically assigns it.
Exactly. The router is providing an IP address to the devices. Your internet service provider will not take care of any risk. So your internet service provider only providing a default Wi-Fi router settings and he's just connecting the internet cable and he will be giving the username and password. That's it. So By default settings only, you people are managing it. So with the DHCP settings are there, every router, we have a DHCP settings are there. With that only, you're able to managing it. Suppose how you are identifying it, my DHCP server. So go to CMD first of all. In the CMD, check IP config space /all. In that you will be identify a DHCP server. My DHCP server 10.0.1. Above that, you can see that the default gateway. Default gateway is my Wi-Fi router. Okay, in my house, nearly 4 routers are there. With the own internet connection, I have configured in a different way. Okay, leave about that. Suppose my Wi-Fi router IP address is 10.0.0.1. So if I open the browser and if I hit enter 10.0.0.1, okay, it will ask username and password. Example, I'm type username. I just logged into the my Wi-Fi router. So here there's a DHCP server is there. With the DHCP server, I able to get an IP address. So during the initial configuration, okay, mostly you people are using default configuration, but that is not work for me. What are the default settings? Okay, including it will work for me, but my network is something different. Okay, I have different areas, different IPs are configured. Maybe for training purpose, I will use different IPs. Whenever I'm watching my TV channels and all, I'll use a different network. Whenever I'm going to the parking side, I want to connect it with the internet connected to my car, updating my car or maybe my bike. So different IP address is there. And I'll go to my Pentos. I have a server setup is there. I have a different IP address I'll maintain. So in same private IP address range, in the same private IP address range, I'm using 10 network, I'm using 172 network, I'm using 192 network. So if all the networks I'm using, how I'm using means that's a big story, not required for you. Okay, not required for you. Because of have a little bit knowledge, I'll just configure it like that. Okay, normally any home, only one network they will use, either 10 series or 172 series or 192.168 series. Probably you can check that in your system. In your system, go to command prompt and you can type ipconfig. Okay, you will get a series of IP address. You'll get a series of IP address. In IPv4, you can see this type of IP address you will see. 10 series or 172 series or 192 series. Can you please check and let me know which series you are getting in your laptop? If you are an office network also, you can check that, not a problem. మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఆఫీస్లో ఉన్నా కూడా చెక్ చేయొచ్చు, తప్పేం లేదు. Go to command prompt and check ipconfig and let me know. What is the IP address of range? I think mostly you're not getting 10, 10 series. Sorry, 192 you got it?
Yes.
Okay, 192. Others?
192.
192. Mostly 192. Okay, because of that's a default settings. That is a default settings. So now in the DHCP configuration, some range I have provided.
Sir, for
192
Mac
to
also, sorry, is
so
Mac also the same?
10.168.0.100 to 10.168.0.199. So this is the range I have given. This is the range I have given. So based on the range only, I get an IP address. Yes or no? Yeah. You can see my IP address is within the range or not. 10.168.0.100 to 10.168.0.199. This is the range. This is called range. What is meaning of range? IP address starting and IP address ending. The total number of IP address will be distributing to the clients. So I can set the how many hours the IP address is valid. That is called lease time. That is called lease time. So only within the time, only we can use it. So the default values of 120 minutes is that 120 minutes means 2 hours. 2 hours only the IP address will get. After that, the IP address will remove. Maybe if the same IP address is available, it will give. Maybe during the time, if any system is power on, if that IP address is assigned to some other computer, I will get a new IP address. Maybe 103, 104, 105. This type of IP address will come in. So this system, the DHCP, will help us to assign the IP address to the client machines. Point number one. Point number two, it will avoid the IP conflicts. So example, I'm configuring my system IP address is 101. Maybe Hari Krishna also, maybe he will be configuring 101 IP address. Maybe Gopi also can be configure 101. Yes or no? So whenever assigning the manual IP address, it's a time-taking process. There is a chances of duplicating an IP address in the network. It will uh, create the conflicts. So if it is IP conflict, okay, both systems are same IP address, both system will not work in the network. So the complete service will be down. So that's why if the DHCP, if you configure properly, they'll managing an IP address. Okay, so wherever you are connecting. So can you check that how many systems are connected? You can see here. So there is a two systems are there. One system is 101. Another system is 102. I have a multiple systems are there in my home, in my particular room. So there's a two systems are connected. So this is a first system. This is a second system. Right now I'm connecting this 102. So when this lease get expired, you can see this time. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So now go to address reservation. Suppose a specific IP address we need to assign to the specific system. You can do the reservation by clicking add new. You can copy the MAC address of the system. So MAC address of the system, how can you check that? So clear the screen. Okay. Check get MAC. So this is the MAC address. This is the MAC address. See, one step back. Go to the DHCP client. This is a MAC address of 98. Where is the 98? This is the MAC address of the system. The other system, other MAC address are virtual MAC address, not required. And one other is one is a Wi-Fi adapter, one is a LAN adapter, another one is a Bluetooth, some adapters we are using. So 86.13.2F, okay, 0A B198. So this is a system which is get connected. Suppose this system, maybe specific IP address is required, means you can click add new and paste that MAC address here and which IP address you want, and you can enable it and save the configuration. Next time when you refresh it, automatically that IP address will come. It will never change because we are forcefully binding an IP address with a MAC address. Okay, what is the relation between the MAC address and IP address? I'll tell you. In your phone, IMEI number is there. That is your device number. Your cell phone number is there. That is a network number. Same way, IP address is equal to your phone number. Okay. And the MAC address equal to IMEI number of your phone. That's a physical address. That is a virtual address. Physical address is a MAC address. Virtual address is a IP address, Internet Protocol address. Is it clear? Any questions?
So basically, you are saying that every device will have one MAC address as well. So that
Every device
whenever,
have a one MAC address based on the configuration. Maybe if you have a two network ports, two will be there. Normally, if you go with the latest, latest desktops, if your Wi-Fi is enabled, the two MAC address will be there. If your laptop, definitely two MAC address will be there. One is a wireless, one is a wired.
Mhm. So like that MAC address cannot change in his
No,
whole
MAC
life.
address cannot be changed. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe you can hide a MAC address. but we cannot change the MAC address. Maybe any technology is there. Maybe we can check that. If you want to change the MAC address, you need to replace the network adapter device. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose your laptop had some issue with the network port was broken. Maybe the particular component we can replace with the service center, a new network port. So whenever the manufacturing the network port, the device, they'll give the serial number. So new MAC address.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the DHCP setting, sir?
This is only DHCP settings in the Wi-Fi router.
Okay. Okay. So where okay, so most of these values get automatically populated or
No, no,
manually?
this is a home level network. I explained it, not corporate level. Corporate level is something different. Okay.
Okay.
Corporate level is something different. You don't require, just you need to understand the concept. You're not managing the DHCP server. That separate engineer will maintain.
Mm-hmm.
But you people are get confusing how this IP address is coming. What is this DHCP? You have some curiosity, right? Okay.
Correct.
That,
Correct.
that's the purpose I'm explaining the concept here.
Got it.
Right. So normally a Windows operating system, we have a DHCP server is that in that we will install. So probably next 1 week, probably Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to take a one session in Windows Server, how to install DHCP role and how to configure. And with the DHCP server, what are the activities we can do? I will take the separate session. That's a special session. I'll take it for you because of in Citrix class, I'm going to teach a DHCP server. That's a separate concept is the provisioning technology, network boot concept. In that level, I'll show you because of that's a very, very important concept. Now, I'm not taking the class. So next week, coming week, Saturday, Sunday, I will take it. Fine. In AWS environment, who will manage the DHCP? That's my next question. In AWS environment, who will manage the DHCP server? That's the next question. You're creating a virtual machines. Okay, you're creating one virtual machine, you're creating two virtual machines, you're creating 10 virtual machines. Huh? But who will providing the IP address? So whenever creating a virtual machine, you will get a one public IP address, one private IP address. So who will provide this IP address? Any guesses? No idea? Yeah, completely managed by AWS. Completely managed by AWS. Suppose if you check that DHCP, okay, DHCP. DHCP option set option is available. This is a feature in VPC. There is no separate service is there. This is one of the feature in VPC. When you click here, there's a DHCP option set is there. So based on that DHCP option set, if you click here, this particular configuration, it will automatically providing an IP address to the clients. But what is the range means? What is the range means? This is the range. This is called subnet range. So whatever the IP address we are providing in the VPC area, that IP address will be assigned to the client machine. Okay, everywhere like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, the same concept, no changes at all. Okay. Any other question? So let me explain in detail information about one of the machine. I will take it from EC2. One of the machine I'll take it from EC2. I'll show you the IP address first. Then I'll come to the server and I'll show you. I'm going to instances. And which is the instance is running? No instances are running. Perfect. So let me take this server, guys. AD server, I'll take it. So what is the IP address here? What is the IP address here? 172.31.43.193. Now can tell me this range from this particular network, okay, from this network is belongs to which one? Anybody can tell me. ఇక్కడున్న రేంజ్ లో దేంతో సరిపోతుందని అడుగుతున్నా. సో 172.31.0, but here is a 43. Now 172.31.16, here is a 43. 172.31.32. So 32 and above, maybe it is a working here. So you can check this. The first one is a availability zone 1. So you can go here and you can check this machine also availability zone here. Is that clear? You got it? Now, one more machine is there. It's a availability zone machine B. What is IP address? This is a 10 series. 10 series. Now can check this. Now come back to the DHCP pool. So now can tell me it's a 10 series. So which will work? Which will work? 172.31.0.0, 172.31.16.0, 172.31.32.0. Which one is correct? The last one is the availability zone B. So based on your network, the corresponding IP address will be assigned by Amazon. Okay. If this range is changing, the IP address will be changing. If you're expanding, the range of IP address will be automatically changed. Is that clear? Okay, next concept is how these IP addresses are actually assigning from the DHCP to the client machine. How these DHCP servers is providing an IP address to the client machine. So there is some processes there. So step number 1, when the machine is power on, the machine will be look for a DHCP server. The process we called as discover. Okay. So the machine, it's look for a DHCP server in the network. So basically port number 66. Port number is 66. Then if any DHCP server is running on the network, it receive the packets, okay, from the client. Okay, I'm the DHCP server. I have a scope. So I have this many IP addresses are there. I will offer one IP address to you. So the second option is offer. Okay. So DHCP is offering an IP address to the client. So then the client is taking the IP address and assign to the computer and again request to the DHCP server. Again, it is requesting to the DHCP server. What is meaning of request? Request means, hey, I'm taking the IP address. Can you please update on your system? That is called request. So finally, the DHCP server, it takes that MAC address and it takes the computer name and it maintaining the DHCP list, and it will tells that, hey, this IP address is valid for maybe 120 minutes, maybe 180 minutes, maybe 480 minutes. So like that, some time will be given to the client. So that is called finally acknowledgement. So this total process we called as DORA. Discover, offer, request, acknowledgement. Okay. In the first stage, in the discover process, the DHCP server is not identified due to network issue. Maybe Maybe DHCP server is don't have an IP address. DHCP server is busy. DHCP server is a failed, maybe some error, and unable to connect the DHCP server to get an IP address. So what will happen? The request will get timed out. When the request will get timed out, okay, so automatically no IP address from DHCP server. So every system, it will automatically assign a temporary address to the system, which is called APIPA address. So in case the DHCP server is down or not reachable, okay, so self-generated IP address will get created. That's called temporary IP address, APIPA address. APIPA means automatic private internet protocol address. Automatic private internet protocol address will create. The range of IP address is 169.254. If any IP address you are identifying with the range of 169.254, that is an invalid address. So you can consider, if any system is identifying with 169.254, you can consider, okay, this system is not connected to the network. This system is unable to reach the DHCP server. So immediately you need to look at other systems are also getting the same thing, and the DHCP server is working fine. Network connections are working fine. That we need to verify. This concept is universally same. I'm not only explaining for Amazon Web Services or maybe on-prem environment. This concept is for everywhere it is same. So now can start with your questions one by one. If no questions, then we can wind up the session today and we'll continue the class tomorrow, monitoring session. So monitoring of servers and services. So why I'm explaining the concept before monitoring this concept is if the DHCP server is failed, okay, if monitoring services also get failed because the IP addresses are not assigned to the system, how the system is monitored under monitor server? It's logic, right? Huh? Yes or no? So,
Get it, sir.
right? So DHCP is very much important. So that's why I'm completing the concept of AD, completing the concept of DHCP server. Then I'm moving to the monitoring session.
Okay, sir. I have another question, not related to this, so maybe after the recording is stopped, I can ask.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So before ending this DHCP session, any questions on the DHCP concept? No, thank you. So let me stop here.